Welcome to the Ultimate Life Show, brought to you by BP Church. We're a church that meets in north central Calgary with people from all over the world, from all different walks of life, and we're excited you're joining us today. We hope that as you watch, you're encouraged and challenged in your faith, and most of all, that you encounter Jesus. If you're checking us out for the first time, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. Whether you're watching us at home or on the go, we hope you'll be impacted by the service today. Thanks for joining us. We will be starting in just a few moments.
As I mentioned, we're at off location today, and we have something special we want to introduce to you. We're actually at the Calgary Dream Centre, downtown, just off of downtown Calgary. We have a little intro video we want to present to you, and then hang on because we're going to be introducing to you and interviewing the CEO of the Calgary Dream Centre. Take a look at this.
When you hear the word addiction, what comes to mind? Do you picture homelessness, a cardboard sign, or someone on the street in crisis? The truth is, addiction doesn't always look the way we expect. It wears 1,000 faces. The successful business person who drinks through the day to cope with the pressure. The single mom numbing her pain just to get through the day. And yes, our friend on the street who never thought that they would end up here. From boardrooms to playgrounds, addiction, it doesn't discriminate. After more than 20 years of helping Calgarians break cycles of addiction, one thing is clear. Addiction affects us all, and it's going to take all of us to overcome it. At the Calgary Dream Centre, we offer recovery programs, transitional housing, and vocational training to help people heal, body, mind, and spirit. And it's more than just a program. It's community, accountability, and real hope. Because everyone has a story, and everyone deserves the chance to start again. At the Dream Centre, you'll find compassionate people who understand just how courageous taking that first step can be. No one walks through our doors alone. Here, every person is met with the support they need to pursue healing, purpose, and a life worth living. Because healing doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in community. We are guided by God's love to bring hope to our city. Whether it starts in our 90-day recovery program, continues with transitional housing, or carries on through mentorship and our alumni support, this is what people will find here. Compassion, innovation, community, freedom, and above all, hope.
Well, welcome back with us. We're so glad that you're with us today. And I want to introduce you to Craig Hill. Craig is, as you noticed on the video, he's the CEO of the Calgary Dream Centre, a partner of ours here in Calgary to reach out to those that are facing addiction, those that are vulnerable, those that are just going through hard times in life, and they need someone to come alongside them and help them up.
Yes.
And we're so proud to be able to join with you here today, Craig. We're so thankful for this ministry in Calgary, the effectiveness of it. I mean, the effectiveness beyond any other, I believe in all kinds of different programs to help people. But there's something unique about the Calgary Dream Centre, and it's the spiritual piece. It's the Jesus piece. It's the God piece that literally transforms lives that no other program can. And so tell us a little bit about the scope of what you guys do here.
Well, first of all, you're absolutely right. Jesus is near to the brokenhearted, and he came to seek and to save that which is lost. And we have the privilege of being an extension of his heart and hands.
Yeah.
So what happens at the Calgary Dream Centre on any given day? We serve 30 men who are in our recovery program. So these folks have come off the streets or off very difficult circumstances, and they've made a courageous decision that they want to see their life changed around. So many, if not most, are dealing with some form of substance use disorder, addiction, homelessness, poverty. So we have a program that enables them to move from that through 90 days. And then within our building here on McLeod Trail, we can also provide housing for an additional 130 men. Wow. So they do not need to go back to the street or back to an unsafe environment. Beyond that, We also have homes throughout our city that provide every day for an additional 230 individuals. So although the numbers are large, these are all people. These are sons, daughters, husbands, brothers, and so forth. So through every day and through partnerships that we are so grateful to have, we're changing lives. But one of the key differences about the Calgary Dream Centre is we are based on a faith in Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That there is none that is too far gone that he cannot reach and redeem. And when we use those kind of words, it's not just clean up, it's actually transform from death to life, from despair to hope. And we believe here at the Dream Centre that no one is beyond hope.
Oh, that's so cool, because I know that we do the 90 days, but then after that, they have the opportunity to gain some more life skills, become part of a community, stay off the streets. It's not like, okay, 90 days is up, out the door you go.
No.
It is investing into their life until they're fully on their feet.
Yes.
And ready to go forward. So you guys do counseling also?
Sure.
And ongoing counseling. I remember I played in the golf tournament this summer. If anybody's a golfer out there and you want to be part of a great golf tournament, the Calgary Dream Centre golf tournament in the fall is awesome.
Yes.
And all the men were there working and ladies were working at the different holes. And I was talking to one guy and he was telling me, he said, I'm graduating this week, but I'm staying in the building because I really need the counseling. I really need the community to help me take those next steps before I get launched out again. And so I think that is so amazing that you guys have been able to develop beyond the emergency. You're not just living in the urgent, what do they call it? The urgency or the tyranny of the urgency. You are going beyond that. We're so thankful that you guys are able to do that.
Pastor Mark, you have nailed it. And one of the unique things about our program and our organization is that we can give individuals time. We're able to allow you might be a little quicker in how you respond than the next person. And if it's 90 days, you're done. That doesn't work for everybody. So a person can come here and they get the support, they get the resources, they get the community, they get the counsel, they get the safety that we provide. But I have to tell you again, we know the difference of what happens here is the faith that is here. And it's really important for us to share this with the audience. We welcome anybody and everybody, and I have to tell you that most folks who walk through the door enter in a little bit hostile towards the things of faith, particularly not spirituality. We can talk all day long about your spirituality. We are not all things are equal. We talk about Jesus here. And we watch people come in who have had negative experiences or rather closed off. And the work that the Holy Spirit does through the time that people are with us brings them to a place of recognizing how good, how beautiful, how powerful, and how wonderful the invitation is to follow him. So the difference truly at the Calgary Dream Centre with our excellence in business practices, our excellence in programming, our excellence in recovery services is the faith component. That makes all the difference.
So over the years, you've had so many men and women come through this program. Who sticks out to you? I know there's a lot, but maybe a story that can stick out.
Okay. There are so many. I would first like to say to your audience and all those who are tuning in, we do graduations every Wednesday. And if you would like to participate 10:30 on a Wednesday, the door is wide open. Come and see for yourself.
Celebrate with them.
Celebrate with them and listen to the testimony from darkness to light.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So you're most welcome to join us on a Wednesday. I want to say two things quickly that stand out. One, very recently, we had the privilege of actually baptizing men who came in. Now, just picture this with me for a second. Tattoos on the eyelids, on the neck, on the throat, on the fingertips, and everywhere in between, with ankle bracelets on from the Institute. Two men with ankle bracelets on, standing next to an 8-year-old little girl who's been born and raised and is as sweet a little one as you're ever going to find, who knows nothing but the goodness of God from a beautiful, healthy home, standing next to men who have known nothing but pain and sorrow. And the beauty to be able to see the redemptive, the goodness of God leveling us at the place of grace and the cross. That stands out to me for sure.
Oh, that's it.
And then another individual I think of is Matthew.
Before I walked into the Dream Center, I was a heavy drinker. Alcohol was my go-to. I started drinking around the age of 13. My mom raised me. My father left me when I was younger. When I was 2, he left. Growing up, I would get bullied for my skin color. I would eat my lunch in the bathroom stall at school growing up, so just to avoid everybody. I didn't feel like I fit in anywhere. And as I was growing up, my mom was sick. She couldn't work. So I took on a huge responsibility. As much as I know my mom wanted to be there for me, she couldn't. So that led to me, hanging out with the wrong crowd around the age of 13. And then I felt somewhere, I didn't feel like I was judged. And then I started drinking. Obviously, that was the wrong crowd. And then that led to me going to juvie at the age of 15. I was drinking heavily all the way up to, my early 20s. And that's when I went to Drumheller Penitentiary for 27 months. Being in there and then getting out, I did have some sober time under my belt, and I thought everything would be good. I didn't have any programs or any tools to utilize. And then I met Kira's mother. Kira's my daughter. She's 5 years old right now. And I met her mom. Things were going good. I was sober for almost 3 years, working, and just deep down inside, I knew I wasn't happy. Like I felt like this wasn't gonna last long, which it didn't. And unfortunately, with her mom and I, she was a heavy drinker as well. So when her and I would both drink, it would just be chaotic. It would be horrible. So Kira was 2 years old. Her mom had taken her and left me. I ended up being homeless in Red Deer. And it was the worst feeling ever, just, having my daughter and everything just gone, just disappear. And that led to me using heavy drugs, being hopeless, thinking about committing suicide. It was pouring rain, and I was sitting there exhausted with these crutches, and then I fell asleep, sleeping in the rain. That was like the worst feeling ever. I went to the hospital and I said, hey, I'm going to give up here. And, I explained everything that was going on, and they sent me to detox. I was at detox, and they said I was in rough shape. I applied here at the Calgary Dream Centre, and there was another treatment center in Edmonton that I applied to, and I was born and raised in Edmonton. I'm a huge Oilers fan, and I didn't like the Flames at all, and I'm like, I'll probably go to the one in Edmonton. But something was telling me, just go to Calgary, go to the Dream Centre, and I stepped out of my comfort zone, and I got accepted into the Dream Centre. And I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. And I had a lot going on. So I got in the Dream Centre, and it was nothing but love right away, right when I walked in. I never really experienced that before. So I'm like, okay, this isn't going to last long, or this is weird, It didn't feel right to me because I'm not used to being loved like that. So I knew throughout the program that I was doing it for the wrong reason. I wasn't really listening in class. Even though I did complete the program, Kira's mom was seeing everything that I was doing. Her and I was pretty much doing it to get back with her, which we did. And after I graduated, I got a place here with her and Kira. I was still sober. I was doing good. But the thing was, she started drinking when we were here. And unfortunately, there was a night where She was very intoxicated, and she stabbed me. The cops came, arrested her, and then child services had called and said, hey, if she's to come back here, CFS will get involved and take care of, because like her mother did that, and so it's not safe if she's there. And sure enough, she got released from jail, came back to my place, and the cops came. They arrested her again, and then Kira was laying in bed. We were watching TV the next day, and the doorbell goes off. I answer the door, and there's like 5 or 6 cops standing there with a lady. Said, hey, we're here for Kira. We're gonna take Kira. Right there, just everything. That was the worst feeling ever, After that day, I went through the darkest 6 months of my life. Drank the amount of alcohol that I ever had my life. I was using. I had no hope whatsoever. I didn't care about anything. I knew I was like, okay, well, Kira's mom's gonna get her. I was staying at a motel. That's when I was like drinking myself to death. I called the Dream Centre. I got a hold of Craig, and I said, I'd like to come back and fix things.
Who lived a life that was filled with pain and difficulty, lost his daughter, lost everything. And through the process, through taking recovery seriously, he's got his daughter back and a life worth living.
Wow.
Sure enough, within a week, I went to detox, did the whole process there, and then I came back, and I was embarrassed, Coming back, I was like, oh, things are going to be different, everybody's going to look at me as like some failure, especially losing Kira now. But that wasn't the case, I came back, and it was the same thing, everybody welcomed me with open arms, and they were so happy because they were scared that I was going to die. And for me to come back, I chose to do the program again, and this time I'm like, things are going to be different. I was in contact with CFS still. They knew I was in here. So then I would have FaceTime calls with Kira. She would always say, hey, like, where's Daddy? Where are you, Daddy? Like, Daddy's getting better. Daddy's at the Dream Center getting better. And she's like, oh, you're going to be happy? And I'm like, yes, I'm going to be happy. Yeah, I just gave it 110% for those days in program. And then come graduation, it was on my birthday. That was the first time I saw Kira. She came here with my mom and my stepdad. Everybody that showed up, I think they really saw the change in me. And it was on my birthday, and I called it my rebirth day. Graduating on my birthday, and it was like the rebirth with myself. After that, I just kept working. I started having weekend visits. So from the Dream Center, I eventually got my own place, and then Kira would spend time with me here in Calgary. It just led to me getting her full time. It's just amazing how things worked out. And I always say, let go and let God. I don't understand that's not the case. I don't run the show, the guy upstairs does. Came to realize that was the case. I felt free. I'd pray lots. I would do a lot of service work. I still do things that I never imagined I'd be doing back then, and getting my job back here, and then getting promotions, and being in a spot where I'm at today. I'm just I could say I'm finally proud of myself. I have my family back. They, with everything that was going on, they kind of held themselves back and let me kind of figure myself out. I didn't really have them there, but I do today. Yeah. We're all together. And Kira is happy that, I got better. Mm-hmm. She says, Daddy got better at the Dream Center. And then she comes here, and she knows exactly. She's like, Daddy helps people now. And she could grow up knowing, hey, like the Calgary Dream Center was there, and Daddy is working there. He's helping people. And like, that's the thing, is now I feel like I could help those in need that went through what I went through. And now I could be there for them. And it's already happened. There was a few gentlemen that have heard my story that reached out and said, hey, like, I see what you're doing, what you've accomplished. Could you help me out?
I like that because I think it's a very common thing to say, the shame of kind of going back to a place that, you've recovered from, you've graduated from. I feel like that's a common thing people say, but the love is still consistent. Doesn't matter.
It's all in your head.
Yeah.
It was all in my head, and that's how people. It's sad because that's what is perceived out there.
Yeah.
And you know, is implanted in our head. You fail once, then that's it. You know, you're gonna get judged. You're done.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously, I was embarrassed because I've let everybody down, myself down. But when I came here, like I was outside, and the guys had to talk me into walking in because I was really nervous, my anxiety. And then I came in, and it was like, you have us worried, you know. And they were so happy. Like, everybody would give me a hug and just thought I was going to be gone. You know, just having that second chance and seeing where I'm at now, everybody, you know, I feel proud for what I've done. And a lot of people have approached me and said how proud they are of me, right? So, but yeah, of course it was hard coming back. Like, you have that shame and guilt. And then you go, what's going to change this time? Okay, well, a lot changed this time.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what, you know, I found like, okay, that, because I see how people, they constantly, it's like a revolving door. They keep doing this, the same thing over and over. They come and they go, and they come and go. And then they finally get it, you know, and I feel like that one time was enough for me not to, you know, to actually click in my head, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, here I was here celebrating my graduation, my rebirth day.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing how smart she is and how she realizes, like, obviously she didn't know, hey, my dad was an alcoholic and this happened. Like, because when I was reading and I was talking for a FaceTime here, I said, hey, you know, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm going to be happy. And she's like, you're not going to be sad anymore? I'm like, no. She's like, when am I gonna, and this whole time I said that they were building our home.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Cause she's like, when are we gonna when are we going home? Like, we're gonna get a new home.
Yeah.
You know? But how just every time we drive past here, or even when she comes here, yeah, just the energy, she's, you can tell she's proud
Yeah.
of Dad.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the language that you are giving to her is things that, like, shouldn't have to feel scared for you. It's, you know, when she comes here, it's a happy place.
Oh, definitely.
She'll grow up thinking that too.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah, because, I mean, kids are very smart. I mean, she's only 5.
She's
and those are the things that she's thinking of when she comes in here, she drives by. Like, that's huge.
The love she gets, that's, she deserves that.
Yeah.
You know, I want to give her everything that I didn't have growing up. And my father not being there, it's like, I don't want her to feel like that. I don't know what would have happened if I was not to be coming back here again. And things would be different. I may not even be, I wouldn't have been alive. I wouldn't be able to sit here and talk to you like this. Even though, like, the circumstances were really, really bad, how everything worked out is just amazing. I never thought, like, going back to when I first walked in here and to think, okay, you'd be sitting, giving your story about all this stuff. Like, I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
All the accomplishments and yeah, how different things are.
Well, when we look at people coming and going, how would somebody get in contact with the Dream Center and become, you know, get in the program? And what's it look like on a regular basis, like, or an average day? What would an average day look like for them?
Okay. It's a little bit like a box of chocolates, Pastor Mark. You never know.
Never know what you're going to get.
Gonna get. But you can expect to see folks will come in for an intake, not really sure what they're doing, where they're going, why they're here. There's a lot of cloud and a lot of chaos. They'll enter into a safe, comfortable room with somebody who is stable, a little bit farther along in program than they are. They're going to begin to step into a program which is from morning to night, some real structure throughout, finding some excellent food, a very stable community environment. And really, as they move through their 90 days here, they're going from where am I and who am I to this is home. I'm safe here. And that safety and the sustenance that they receive positions them to actually do the deep work of being able to acknowledge and identify why they got here in the first place.
Yeah.
And then we graduate folks throughout the course of the week as well. Now, how you an individual might come to the Dream Center, they can find us. Probably the easiest way is online, and there's a very clear path to enter into putting an application to entering into our program.
That's awesome. So if you have a family member that you're like, man, they need something like this, go to the Calgary Dream Centre and Calgary's website. It's up there on the screen. Check out the process and encourage them to investigate it and see if Calgary Dream Centre would be a good fit for them. So Craig, before we finish today, well, we really want to encourage our audience to reach out to you guys in support. Number one, in prayer. What are a couple quick prayer points that they can be praying for?
First of all, I just want to say thank you, Pastor Mark, for even offering that. Very sincerely, we recognize there's no way we can see the change without prayer.
Yeah.
And there's very few audiences or folks that I can ask for prayer support that would understand the importance and the impact that happens in prayer. So please, if you could partner with us in prayer, that would be the most important thing and the greatest thing that you could contribute to the Calgary Dream Centre. Pray for them. And you don't need to know them by name, but know that they're coming in, and pray for freedom. Pray that they encounter the one who sets people free. Pray for our team and our staff. They are front line, dealing with darkness and dealing with difficulty in ways that it's challenging to articulate how our staff, the challenges that our staff face. Please pray for our staff, and also pray for finances. We do not have enough to keep this place opening. So one of the tasks I have is every year I start from zero and have to go fundraise. And that's fine. We watch the provision of the Lord. But if you can partner with us, that either by giving and praying in finances for our organization, that would mean so much to us. If you do want to partner with us, you can go to calgarydreamcentre.com/donate. And there's a very, very clear path to become a monthly supporter, if that works for you.
Yeah. Christmas time is coming. And if it can't do it monthly, do a one-time gift. I encourage you, make it part of your Christmas gift this year to support the Calgary Dream Centre. Well, thank you, Craig, for allowing us to be with you here today. We're in the basement of the Calgary Dream Centre in their coffee shop. So if you've heard some noise going around, that's just things happening all around us here today. But thank you so much for allowing us to partner with you. It really is a privilege to partner with the Dream Centre. And we just pray God's blessing on you, your family over this Christmas season, and the family that exists in these walls and in the homes throughout Calgary.
Well, thank you, Pastor Mark, and thank you to all of you for your interest, and thank you for your participation and partnership. God bless.
Well, thank you for being with us today. We've been talking about Jesus and how he transforms lives. Your life might not be, messed up in a lot of areas, but you feel, man, I need someone in my life that will transform me, even though I'm not that bad or I'm not that bad off. Jesus is the answer. He really is. It's Christmas time. He came to give us life and life to the full. He was born here. He faced everything you face. He faced everything I face. And he died on a cross so that our sin could be forgiven and we could have a relationship with God. I encourage you today, if you want that relationship, simply to pray this prayer. Jesus, I believe you died on a cross for my sin. I ask you to forgive me, remove that sin, fill me with your spirit, empower me to live the life that God created me for. If you pray that with me today, you've started a journey with Jesus. We encourage you to connect with a local church and keep growing in that relationship. God bless you. Merry Christmas.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our ministry, visit bpchurch.ca/give and click on Give at the top of the page. Have a great week and live the ultimate life.